Have you ever been in a scenario where you felt overlooked or undervalued by others? Imagine a time when you excelled in your work, sparked a brilliant idea, or made a significant contribution, only to be disregarded or unacknowledged. It's a tough pill to swallow. Sometimes, despite your best efforts and intentions and your availability for others, your efforts go unnoticed or are deliberately ignored. Persisting in seeking approval from those who fail to recognize your value can lead to discouragement, and it's not easy to turn this situation around. This experience is particularly disheartening, especially when it involves those closest to you, your family, friends, or partner. Stoic philosophy teaches us not to hinge our expectations on external validation, as it's not within our control and may never come. Waiting for it can only lead to disappointment. But imagine if there were ways to position yourself as a priority in someone's life and gain the recognition you deserve. We're about to explore some effective strategies that could make this a reality. By adopting these 10 key steps, you can ensure that you're not just on someone's radar, but are a consistent priority in their lives. Now that we've identified the issue, it's time to transform your approach with these solutions. Let's dive in. And remember, it's crucial to watch this video to the end, as each step is integral to the journey of becoming a priority in the lives of those you care about. Step 1. Instill a sense of your absence. Creating a sense of your absence is a delicate yet powerful technique. It plays on the psychological principle that people often don't realize the value of something until there's a risk of losing it. In relationships, this means subtly indicating that your presence in their life is not guaranteed. To implement this, start by gradually pulling back the emotional intimacy and openness you usually offer. This doesn't mean becoming cold or distant, but rather being more selective about the depth of your emotional sharing. Furthermore, diversify your time and attention across different people and activities. This signals that you're an individual with your own life and interests, not solely dependent on their company. The key here is subtlety and balance. The goal is not to alienate the person, but to gently remind them that your involvement in their life is a choice, not a given. However, this technique comes with a caveat. It must be used judiciously. If overdone, it could lead the other person to feel neglected or unimportant, possibly pushing them away permanently. The art lies in striking the right balance, enough to make them realize your worth, but not so much that they feel abandoned. This strategy, when applied thoughtfully, can reignite appreciation and attentiveness in your relationship. Step 2. Prioritize selective availability. Being selectively available means redefining how you allocate your time and presence in a relationship. Often being constantly available is misconstrued as a sign of commitment, but it can paradoxically lead to being taken for granted. This step is about demonstrating that your time is valuable and that you have a life beyond the relationship. Start by assessing how often you're adjusting your schedule to accommodate the other person. Are you always the one making changes to your plans? If so, it's time to start prioritizing your own commitments. This doesn't mean you become inconsiderate or unresponsive, but that you maintain a healthy balance between your life and the relationship. Creating a dynamic where you're not incessantly available makes your time together more valued. It also shows that you respect your own time, which in turn encourages others to respect it too. This approach can lead to a healthier, more balanced relationship where both parties appreciate and look forward to the time spent together. Additionally, this strategy helps in building your own sense of self. By not revolving your entire schedule around someone else, you foster a sense of independence and self-respect. This not only benefits your personal growth, but also makes you more attractive in the eyes of others, as you're seen as someone with their own interests, passions, and life. Step 3. Cultivate an aura of mystery. Creating an aura of mystery about yourself is a subtle way to increase your allure and importance in someone's eyes. It's grounded in the understanding that people are often more intrigued and captivated by what they don't fully know or understand. By revealing less about yourself, you invite curiosity and interest. To apply this step, consider how you share information about your life. Instead of divulging every detail about your past, your feelings, and your daily activities, be more reserved. Share just enough to pique interest, but not so much that there's nothing left to discover. For example, when talking about your hobbies or interests, offer just a glimpse into these aspects of your life rather than exhaustive details. This approach also involves how you respond to questions about yourself. Try answering questions in a way that leaves some things unsaid or open to interpretation. The idea is to provide a tantalizing glimpse into your world without laying everything out in the open. Maintaining a sense of mystery makes you more intriguing and encourages the other person to invest more time and effort in getting to know you. It creates a dynamic where they feel there is always something new and exciting to discover about you, which can keep their interest piqued over a longer period. However, it's important to balance this with sincerity and authenticity. The goal isn't to be deceptive, but to maintain a healthy level of personal boundaries and self-respect. Step 4. Encourage their investment in you. Encouraging the other person to invest in you is about creating a dynamic where they feel they have a stake in the relationship. The psychology behind this is straightforward. People value what they put effort into. To cultivate this, you need to provide opportunities for them to invest time, energy, and emotion into your relationship. One way to do this is by allowing them to help you or be there for you in meaningful ways. This could be through seeking their advice on important matters, letting them support you during challenging times, or involving them in your personal projects or hobbies. It's about creating shared experiences and memories that deepen their emotional investment in you. Another aspect of this step is not always being the one who initiates plans or conversations. By letting them take the lead sometimes, you allow them the opportunity to demonstrate their interest and commitment. It's essential, however, to approach this step with care. The intention is not to manipulate, but to foster a mutual and balanced relationship where both parties feel equally invested. Be mindful of not pushing them away by appearing too aloof or uninterested. The art lies in finding the right balance where their investment in you grows naturally over time, enhancing the overall depth and quality of the relationship. Step 5. Place your needs first. Prioritizing your needs is an essential step in ensuring that you are seen as a priority in others' lives. This does not imply selfishness, rather, it's about recognizing and valuing your own worth. When you consistently put your own needs and well-being first, you establish a standard for how others should treat you. Begin by assessing your boundaries. Are you compromising your values, time, or energy for someone else's benefit? If so, it's time to start asserting your needs. This might mean saying no to requests that don't align with your priorities, or stepping back from one-sided relationships where your needs are consistently overlooked. Prioritizing yourself also involves investing in your personal growth and happiness. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, independent of anyone else's involvement. Cultivating a strong sense of self and pursuing your own interests not only enhances your well-being, but also makes you more attractive to others. People are naturally drawn to individuals who are confident, self-sufficient, and happy in their own skin. By placing your needs first, you also model how you expect to be treated. It sets a precedent that you value and respect yourself, which in turn encourages others to do the same. This approach leads to healthier, more balanced relationships where both parties are valued and respected. Step 6. Don't make them the center of your life. It's crucial to maintain your individuality and not let your life revolve entirely around someone else. While it's natural to want to spend a lot of time with someone you care about, losing yourself in the relationship can be counterproductive. People are often more attracted to those who have their own passions, interests, and social circles. Start by diversifying your interests and activities. Invest time in hobbies, friendships, and personal goals that are independent of your relationship. This not only enriches your life, but also makes you more intriguing and desirable. A person who leads a full, well-rounded life is inherently more attractive because they bring a wealth of experiences and confidence into the relationship. Additionally, maintaining your independence ensures that you don't become overly reliant on the other person for your happiness and fulfillment. This independence is appealing. It shows that while you value the relationship, you are not dependent on it for your sense of self or well-being. This approach also creates a healthy dynamic where both parties are free to grow and flourish individually while still being part of a supportive and loving relationship. It's about finding the right balance between togetherness and individuality, which is key to a long-lasting, mutually fulfilling relationship. Step 7. Stop initiating communication all the time. Ceasing to always be the one. Initiating communication is a subtle yet impactful way of rebalancing the dynamics of your relationship. Consistently being the initiator can unwittingly set a precedent where your efforts are expected rather than appreciated, leading to an imbalance. By stepping back, you create an opportunity for the other person to step forward and invest in maintaining the connection. This strategy is about creating space for mutual effort in communication. When you pause from always reaching out first, it allows the other person to realize and reflect on the value of your interactions. It's a reminder that relationships are a two-way street and require effort from both parties. However, it's important to navigate this step with care and without expectations. The goal is not to play games or test the other person, but to foster a healthier, more balanced mode of interaction. If the person values your presence in their life, they will naturally begin to reach out more. This change can lead to a deeper appreciation and acknowledgement of your role in their life. Remember, effective communication is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship. By adjusting your approach, you encourage a more equal and reciprocal communication pattern, which can enhance the overall quality and depth of the relationship. Step 8. Create your own happiness. Creating your own happiness is pivotal in being seen as a priority in someone else's life. It's about finding joy and fulfillment from within, rather than relying solely on others for your sense of well-being. This step involves engaging in activities that you love, pursuing your interests, and nurturing your passions. By focusing on your happiness, you cultivate a sense of self-sufficiency and inner contentment. This not only enhances your quality of life, but also makes you more attractive and interesting to others. People are naturally drawn to those who exude positivity and self-assuredness. Developing your happiness also means building resilience against the ups and downs of relationships. When your happiness isn't entirely dependent on another person, you're less likely to experience feelings of emptiness or dissatisfaction when things don't go as expected in the relationship. Furthermore, creating your own happiness sets a healthy example in any relationship. It shows that you value yourself and your well-being, which in turn encourages others to respect and value you as well. This approach leads to more balanced and fulfilling interactions, where both parties bring their whole, contented selves to the relationship. Step 9. Be willing to walk away. The willingness to walk away from a relationship is a powerful stance, albeit a challenging one. This step isn't about making threats or ultimatums. It's about having the self-respect to leave situations that don't serve your well-being or align with your values. It conveys a strong message about your self-worth and what you are willing to accept in a relationship. This step requires a deep understanding of your own worth and the courage to uphold your standards. It's recognizing that you deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and consideration. If these fundamental needs are not being met, it shows strength and self-respect to consider walking away, even if it's difficult. Moreover, showing that you're not afraid to walk away can paradoxically make you more valued in the eyes of others. It demonstrates that you're not desperate or dependent on the relationship for your happiness or sense of self. This independence and strength are attractive qualities, often leading others to realize your value and treat you accordingly. However, it's important to approach this step with sincerity and integrity. It's not a tactic to gain power or control in a relationship, but a genuine expression of your self-respect. Remember, healthy relationships are based on mutual respect, understanding, and effort. If these elements are consistently lacking despite your best efforts, it may be time to reassess the relationship. Ultimately, being willing to walk away is about recognizing your value and not settling for less. It's about making choices that align with your self-respect and well-being, thereby setting the tone for how others perceive and treat you. Step 10. Cultivate emotional intelligence and communication skills. Developing emotional intelligence and honing your communication skills is a vital step in enhancing your relationships and becoming a priority in someone's life. Emotional intelligence involves understanding your own emotions, managing them effectively, and being sensitive to the emotions of others. It's about empathy, self-awareness, and social awareness, which are crucial for building strong, healthy relationships. Start by actively practicing self-reflection. Understand what triggers your emotions, how you react to them, and how they affect your interactions with others. This self-awareness allows you to manage your responses more effectively and communicate your feelings in a constructive manner. Empathy is another key aspect of emotional intelligence. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. This doesn't mean you always have to agree with them, but understanding their viewpoint can greatly improve mutual understanding and reduce conflicts. Effective communication is more than just speaking. It's also about listening. Active listening involves fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. This level of engagement in conversations not only helps in understanding the other person better, but also shows that you value their thoughts and feelings. Improving these skills can lead to more meaningful and deeper connections. When you are emotionally intelligent and communicate effectively, you become someone who can handle relationship challenges with grace and understanding. This makes you an invaluable presence in someone's life, thereby increasing the likelihood of being treated as a priority. Incorporating this step into your approach towards relationships will not only improve how others perceive and interact with you, but will also contribute to your personal growth and emotional well-being. Emotional intelligence and communication skills are not only about making yourself a priority in someone else's life. They're about building a foundation for lasting, fulfilling relationships. Here's the conclusion to round out the reasoning behind these 10 steps to becoming a priority in other people's lives. Please try to absorb it until the end. We've all felt neglected or undervalued at some point. However, keep in mind that each of our lives is unique, and other people's priorities may not reflect our true worth. Instead of allowing these situations to affect our self-esteem, we can turn them into opportunities for personal development. The key is to prioritize our own happiness and well-being. Others will eventually notice and value you as you deserve. Remember that even if others do not put you at the top of their list, you can and should prioritize yourself. This is not selfishness, it is self-care and self-determination. This allows us to cultivate healthier relationships, make decisions that are more in line with our goals, and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. I'll leave you with 2 videos that you might enjoy watching. See you soon.